everybody, please visit FloridaNotAllAboard.com. That's our website. We have a lot of great information about the All Aboard Florida project. There's a lot of key documents on there and a lot of letter petitions on there. Newspapers, it's a great resource to go to. Also, we're always looking for people to help us out if you're able to volunteer time. For example, I have wonderful volunteers here today that are helping at the tables. They're helping getting petitions signed at different businesses and just getting the word out. So we always can use that help. And other than that, please write your elected officials. That's the best thing that we can do to change the course of All Aboard Florida. Since we started aboard in February, we've had Congressman Murphy and Congressman Frankel go to Secretary Fox and share. We also had Congressman Posey and Congressman Murphy go to the Government Accountability Office with a letter that said, make sure this loan is feasible because we don't believe this RIF loan, which is the tune of $1.6 billion for All Aboard Florida. We do not believe this loan is feasible. We also have Senator Altman up from the Brevard County area. Asked Pam Bondi, our Florida, to look into the lease between Cocoa and Orlando. This is all because all of us uniting and writing officials and letting them know that this is a terrible impact to our community. We do not want to have $1 of our tax spent on the $1.6 billion taxpayer-backed loan. What they don't tell you is that when they double the entire line between Orlando and East as well, we pay for that. Florida East Coast sends in to do the maintenance and they send our bill. We pay for it. In Martin, when they double track it, they expect that cost to double. This is going to happen to a lot of our counties and we're the ones that are going to have to end up paying for it to find ways to either raise this. So when they tell you there's no taxpayer funding involved with this project, it's not true. All Aboard Florida has told us they own the land, they own the tracks, and they'll do what we want. You know, when I look at the communities that we all live in, businesses have a mutual benefit. They provide us a service. All Aboard Florida is roaring through our communities, and there is no mutual benefit. That may not be aware that they're planning to run high-speed trains at speeds up to 110 miles an hour. They'll go from Miami to Orlando 7 days a week. Trips up, 16 trips back. There's only 4 stops, the 2 endpoints, Miami and Orlando. And they'll have 2 depots in the middle, West Palm Beach, right through the communities. In addition, there's a marine industry that's going to be great. Stewart, for example, the St. Lucie Bridge was built in 1925. Very old, very rusty. Those of us who go under it question how many times this bridge is going to continue to go up and down. They're also going to lead, so when you have 32 high-speed trains, and they also don't mention they're going to be running freight on the same corridor. Right now we have 14 freight trains. They do as well. We've heard numbers up to 20, 28. There is no regulation. They can run as many. So you're going to have all these trains running up and down these tracks every day. Another thing that they fail to tell you is with freight trains, they're going to increase the length to 14,000 feet. 14,000 feet is 2.65 miles long. So you have the 32 high-speed trains and these freight trains. This project is going to impact our communities like nothing we have ever seen before, and it's by so many of our communities. One thing that I want you to leave with today is that it is not a done deal. This company is losing money to the tune of almost $200 million a year. This is why they need this government. I had a Freedom of Information request for their loan application. I got it. It's pretty much all redacted, all blacked out. You can't really see anything. A lot of you may know, they even sued FDOT and a private citizen so that we couldn't see their ridership studies. They don't need to front this project, but they won't share their ridership studies. You know, this project is just really bad for the taxpayers. There are no profitable passenger rail lines in the United States. That's why, another reason it's not feasible. I can go on and on about some of the detriments of All Aboard Florida. But the one question we have to ask ourselves is what benefit is it going to bring our communities? None. That's exactly right. We have not been able to figure out any benefits. There are no stops. It's just roaring through, and it's going to double track. Because this company is in debt, losing over over $200 million. That's why back loans. And that's why we feel we need all of you to please write officials from the local level, state level, federal level. Ask them to do what Congressman Posey did, what Congressman Murphy did. Go to the Government Accountability Office and say, hey, this is before you're spending taxpayer dollars. This is a private company. Let them get their own private money. They shouldn't start this project on our taxpayers' back. If you go to Florida, notallaboard.com, our website, all the elected officials are in this corridor, their email addresses, and many of them their mailing addresses. So please write their letters, call. So one thing I can tell you, it's not a done deal. We need our officials to speak out so this loan is not given. We need to unite to make sure that this happens. So I just thank you all again for coming today, and hopefully Joey Bones will be back to play some of his great music. He's done such a great job today. And I just want to thank you all for being here.